Hello there guys, I'm Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 28 of Civilization 5 as Babylon. This certainly hasn't been the smoothest game of Civilization 5 I've ever played, but it's certainly been one of the most interesting, with one of the most difficult starts. I mean, I thought we had quite a good start. When I looked at the original location that we started in, I thought, okay, these are good cities. We've got, you know, we've got rivers, we've got mountains, we've got hills, but unfortunately we kind of got penned in and didn't really have an awful lot of space to expand, and as a result, I didn't really get a lot of cities with good production. We managed to get one coastal city which we lost due to, from a city-state, which I noticed that Austria's actually now taken anyway. Mind you, I guess Austria didn't take it militaristically. Austria can buy them. And then we were constantly being attacked by Rome and by the Zulus, but luckily we have managed to sort of turn things around. As I said, I still don't know whether or not we are going to be able to win this, but I'm certainly going to do my best to try. Top route we can do now is De Kuragazlu to Graz, but says it has finished that that caravansary. So let's move you over there and go on to the next turn. So we're basically just waiting for spaceship parts to build at the moment. It's going to be a little bit hairy. I haven't seen any of the AI build any spaceship parts yet, although most of them have completed the Apollo program. So they may well start building spaceship parts, although you'll often see the SS boosters come from the AI quite quickly, but they're usually a little bit slower with everything else. Now, if I had more aluminium, I could be working on more spaceship parts at the same time. We do have one recycling centre, and I do have a few deals with spaceship parts. We should be okay. We're just going to have to take this very, very carefully. So Buffalo Creek has grown. You're actually working on a production tile. I don't have a problem with that. I don't want you to grow too quickly because, of course, we've got this little problem at the moment where we don't actually have any happiness. So if we just start putting people into tiles that give us good production, as long as the city isn't actually in starvation. That is still in starvation. Could we go to something that has slightly more food? I guess we just have to leave you on a 4 food tile, but that's not too bad. That'll take a few turns off the castle. We could work on another recycling centre. We're making some decent money at the moment. Let's spend 4 turns working on a market. If we can get some extra money in, that's always going to help. This caravan is going to Graz. Don't think I have anything spare that I could... I mean, I could be selling some of my resources, but it doesn't really seem to be worth it at the moment. Making decent money. Just need the happiness now. 1 turn until that courthouse is finished, so that will help with some of the happiness issues. We'll also pop the... Great artist for a golden age as soon as we get him as well. I mean, that won't help with the happiness, but it will help with the production. We might need to go and see if we can buy a stadium somewhere or something like that. I don't think at any point in this game I've actually had the full amount of... work's begun on a Colosseum somewhere. Yeah, Hiawatha's apparently got some tourism going on. Well, we know he was influential over somebody. So, there's another science done. So we should definitely be in the lead in technology. So let's just make sure we get all of these tiles repaired. We're getting there. Silk for citrus. Yeah, well, yeah, we definitely need the happiness. So let's keep going on with that. That's, well, we finished the thing. Can we actually buy something from you? Apparently you have... incense and you have pearls. Do any of my cities demand either of those things? Eretrium wants truffles. Babylon wants incense. So we'll go and we'll buy some incense. It'll cost us a little bit of gold per turn, but we don't mind. Just wait for all the city-states to do all their things. There we go. Let's go and have some words with you. So you have some... oh, apparently you don't have any spare. Or maybe you do. I actually... looks like he would be willing to buy it. So if I give you 9 gold per turn, will you sell it to me? He actually will. Fantastic. So that gives us a little bit more happiness, and it also gives us a We Love the King Day in Babylon. So that's fine. So Rome's going to build a Colosseum. That'll give us a little bit more happiness as well. We can probably still get things in there such as a zoo. Might actually want to just have a quick look at tile assignments now that I have 4 turns until growth. I guess we can wait for the 4 turns and then put somebody in some of the production tiles. So we'll just leave that going as is. You guys are going to repair these pillage tiles. That's me opening my borders. No, I don't want to open my borders to you. I mean, there's no real downside of doing it. It's probably just going to come in and nick some of the cultural sites, which isn't that big of a problem. But I'm still not happy with the number of turns it's going to take to build all of the spaceship parts. I'm still quite concerned that the AI could possibly get a victory before I have a chance to. So anything I can do to slow the AI down right now is something that I'd be very interested in doing. 42,000 gold now Hiawatha has. That is just an... I don't think I've ever had that much money in any game that I've played. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, let's be honest. If the AI wanted to, he could bribe every single city-state and win a diplomatic victory. That's how bad it is right now. Got that great artist. Babylon loves the king. Gold per turn to Hiawatha for Wales. Well, let's keep that going. Because he has loads of them. And it's not like you need the money. I mean, come on, you could just give me the stuff for free at this point. Unit needs orders. You have finished that mine. How much extra production does that give us here? Still not great. Let us go ahead and pop you for a golden age. 38 turns. If we golden age you, gives us some extra production. Goes down to 34. So we've knocked a few turns off there. What do I want to do with you? Can I build absolutely anything to give us any production? There's no more hills around here that you can use. A hydro plant would be just pointless. What's that? Is that a hill? That's a hill. Let's go over there and get a mine. Yeah, we'll do that. It's going to take a while, but getting the mine might actually help. Yeah, we'll carry on buying aluminium from you. It should have been 202 gold, really, not 220, but never mind. Got the money. We're making decent money now. I'd still like to grab another caravan or two. 16 more turns and we get another great scientist. So we're definitely not going to have any problems in terms of science. In fact, I'm going to be able to stop working the science slot soon because we'll be so far ahead we won't actually need to. You still want to go to war with Caesar. Not too sure anyone can get to him really at the moment. Not without open borders. It's just myself and Shaka really that share a border with Rome right now. There we go. We have combustion. That was actually a research agreement with Austria. We probably don't need another research agreement. We're on combined arms, then it's computers into robotics and nanotech. You know, we're almost there, really. Unit needing orders. What are we going to do with you? You've kind of done everything that you can now. Have we got any more tiles that need upgrading at all? Most of these are pointless because they're too far away to work. Is that a hill? Guess you could come up there and get a mine. So let's send you up and do that. On to the next turn then. Shaka's at war with somebody. Who is Shaka at war with? The Iroquois. Just the Iroquois. Oh well. As long as they're not at war with me, as long as nobody's at war with me, I'm fine. Now, what was I saving up the money for? I knew I said I was saving it up because there was something that I wanted to buy, but I can't remember what it was now. Did I want to get a factory somewhere? No, we don't need open borders. I think maybe I was thinking about buying a factory or something over here, just to give this a little bit more production. Because that would actually help quite a bit. We could get another recycling centre, but of course we don't need one. Yeah, it's going to take another turn or two, but a factory there I think would actually be very useful. Buffalo Creek has finished its market. There's nothing really it can work on right now because we don't have the spare aluminium. We could go ahead and build another recycling centre. Probably not a terrible idea. Stable would give us... Right, what do we have here? We do have buffalo. Where are we? Stable. Horses get +1, cattle get +1, sheep gets +1. Does not get it from buffalo. That's weird. We do have horses, though, which we are working. Yeah, it's really not worth it. Getting the nuclear plant could be useful. But I think we're just going to wait and... Let's build an aqueduct. We don't even really need that, do we? Do we need the population growth here? We do have some happiness now. Just work on an aqueduct for a while. You have finished the factory, which is actually really good. You could work on the East India Company, which would help with trade routes. But I think what I'd like you to do... I really do want to start working on more spaceship parts. So I'm going to actually have to use some of that money. Who's got some aluminium to sell? You've probably got tons of the stuff. And indeed you have. So what about if I want to buy 3 from you? And I want to give you another 202 gold. Fantastic. I'll probably get it for less than that, but that's the maths that I usually use for it. So what we can do now is we can actually go and start building another spaceship part. So let's start working on the engine here. Assigning delegates. This is for World Religion and the International Space Station. I'd quite like to do the International Space Station, actually. It could be really useful because if you get... You get a free great scientist, even if you just get silver. If you get gold, you get +1 production from scientists, 1 science from engineers, and I was sure that used to give you a free spaceship factory. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, we don't want the world religion, so let's go ahead and block that. Let me just have a look in Babylon. I'm confused now. I can never remember which way this works away. I can't even find Babylon now. Wonders. Hubble Space Telescope. Right, we did 2 free great scientists and a free spaceship factory. Yeah, I thought we should have had a free spaceship factory. Spaceship factory. Yeah, we do have a spaceship factory in Babylon. So even though Babylon doesn't have our... even though Babylon isn't the best production city we have, that spaceship factory helps out. You guys are going to work on a mine. It's going to take you a stupid long time because you've got to clear that jungle first, but hopefully it will all help out. We do still have a spare aluminium, so we could go ahead and get another hydro plant somewhere, although I'm not terribly convinced that we need one. Buying that aluminium has set us back a few turns from building the factory in Eretrium, which we don't... not Eretrium, is it Akkad? Whatever that city is over there. Akkad, yeah, so it has set us back a little bit for that. We don't need a research agreement because, again, we're just going to be giving money away to Austria. We're well out ahead in terms of science. I don't think anybody's going to catch up with me at this point. Not unless the AI is really cheating hard. So, Rome has grown. The international... Right, the religion fails, the International Space Station passes. Rome has grown. So, the question is, do I want to try and work towards that International Space Station? Getting the one-time science boost would be useful. You are working that tile, which is, I suppose is as fair as any. We'll let the library finish, and then you can work on the International Space Station. We need 637 for bronze. Getting a free great scientist could be nice. I'm not going to bother about the gold. We have nowhere near enough production to get the gold, and I want to finish spaceship parts. Getting the one-time research boost, everybody's going to get. So if I don't at least try and get that, then I'm not going to get... You know, people are going to get a boost and I won't. And it would also be nice to get the free great scientist. So if I've got any other cities that aren't working on anything particularly important that I can get to work on it, most of them are working on spaceship parts though. Buffalo Creek is just working on an aqueduct, so you can work on the International Space Station. Anywhere else, let the library finish. You're just going to carry on spaceship parts. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Hopefully we will get the bronze. Even better, hopefully we'll get the silver, but there's no guarantees. I'm definitely not even going to try for gold. It's just absolutely no point at all. We've got the camp there. Trading post there isn't a terrible idea. I might actually start automating workers soon, because they're kind of at a point where they're not really able to do anything useful. So we shall have to just set them free into the wild. You want to go to war with England? Well, you can if you want. It doesn't really bother me, but I am buying aluminium from them, so I prefer not to lose it all. Combined arms we're 1 turn away from. That golden age is helping. 13 more turns for a great scientist. We have really had so many great scientists in this game. I mean, obviously some of them we've actually had from doing things like... did we get the porcelain tower? I think did I build the porcelain tower? I think I did. This game's gone on for so long now, I can't even remember. Babylon. No, I don't want a research agreement with you. Go away. Babylon... Wonders... Porcelain Tower, yeah. So we got a free great scientist from the Porcelain Tower. There's 2. We got another great scientist for free from... There's combined arms. We got our free one when we discovered writing, plus the 2 from the Hubble Space Telescope. So there's 3. We've had at least 6 more... Well, no, one of those was the one from the writing. So we've had another 5 more. So we've got, obviously, the 6 there. The 2 free ones that we popped. We must have had 10, 12 scientists at least in this game. It's an absolutely huge number. 3% completed. We've contributed 40 to production. That's not an awful lot. Does make me think I should put one of my other... cities on it for a few turns. I guess we could put like a Retium or something on it. Just to make sure we get the one-time science boost. Even if we don't get the one-time science boost, it shouldn't make that much difference. I just don't want to delay the production of all of the spaceship parts. No, don't really need to do that. Yeah, just trying to think through in my head what would work out best for trying to get at least the bronze on this. 11% we've put in 180. Let's go ahead and just put you onto it for a little while. Just a few turns. Should have enough money now to go over here and buy the factory. So, plus 4% production, plus 10%. We really need that here. Down to 25 turns. It's looking a little bit more realistic now. This caravan, I'm going to assume that trade routes haven't changed all that much here and just keep sending trade routes where they were going previously. And everything's kind of just on autopilot now. We're just waiting for stuff to tick, hoping that we don't get attacked by... well, anybody, really. I was going to say by too many people, but I prefer not to be attacked at all. And this is quite an interesting thing. Basically just the Celts and Rome firing at each other. Rome's still using artillery. In fact, actually, Rome have lost that city to... Yeah, okay, fine. I'll sell you oil. I don't even know how the Iroquois got any units over here, because I don't think I have open borders with them. So I don't even know how they actually managed to land units, but Rome is literally down to 1 city now. Of course, all of this is making Hiawatha even stronger, which is not particularly good. Is that really it? Can I do nothing on this turn? How are we doing with the International Space Station? 25% completed, and we've put in almost half of the hammers that we need to be able to get a bronze reward. So we'll wait until we hit the bronze reward, and then we'll actually have a look and do a quick calculation and see if it seems possible that we might be able to get the silver. That said, we don't really need the Great Scientist. We have all the science that we need to work on all of the parts of the spaceship that we can work on. What we're more interested in doing at the moment... Yeah, I'll just keep selling you oil. What we're more interested in doing at the moment is actually getting the production, because we need to build the parts. Yeah, there we go. There's a big surprise. So he's going to move in with a load of units here, and that's going to be quite annoying. Of course, he is going to lose a lot of units doing that. Very, very disappointed that Shaka's trying to do this, but what I'll do is I'll move my rocket artillery over there and start firing back. Yeah, he does have quite a lot of units nearby, which is quite worrying. This is one of the things that I didn't want to happen, by the way. So let's just start moving some units back. Where do I have all these rocket artillery? They're all miles and miles away from where they should be. So I'm going to go ahead and just start moving them all forward so I can try and use them against Shaka. Just keep moving them all up. I do have a bomber or two. Well, I have a bomber. They do have some anti-aircraft guns around. I'd like to start trying to take out some of these artillery if I can. Oh, there's an anti-aircraft gun there and I didn't see it. So we've lost that bomber, unfortunately. Most likely. No, it did survive. We didn't manage to do an awful lot of damage. You're actually close enough to hit that artillery, and we can actually one-shot it and take it out. What about you? I think you can just heal up, because you barely took any damage at all. You guys can actually be upgraded to mechanized infantry, so let's go ahead and do that. Because why not? We'll go ahead and upgrade you. We can move you in as well. So I don't have an awful lot of units, but I think I have enough to sort of slow them down a bit. Possibly. We'll upgrade you as well. Could upgrade those guys, but it's kind of pointless. Let's just see what he can do. You can stay there just in case they get too close. And I will just try and piece him out as quickly as possible, because as far as I'm concerned, this is just a hassle. It's an inconvenience. It's a waste of my time. I do have a little bit more to worry about now than I did previously. First of all, we do share a slightly larger border, which means it's a little bit more difficult for me to defend against him. Secondly, we have the extra problem that we are building spaceship parts in some of these cities, and he's just swarming my territory at the moment. That's what Shaka does. He has like a bajillion units, and he just absolutely swarms you, but I think I can probably, hopefully, deal with him, so we'll see how that goes. He's trying to move a few units in around the outside. So we'll finish off this this turn. This will be as much as we can actually get done. Luckily for us, he does seem to have lost quite a few of his units by trying to move in against us. I think we can actually attack with you relatively safely. Got another mechanized infantry over here that we can put in and try and block his way. We will attack. We'll see what we can do. We do have our rocket artillery over here, which we can... Well, I can move you in there and you can still take a shot. So let's go and take a shot with you. And then we can get this one. You can move there and take a shot at something. So you take a shot at that anti-aircraft gun. And where's the other one? You're down here. You're a little bit out of the way. Try and get you over here to Buffalo Creek. We've also got you. We'll try and get you as close to the front as we can, as quickly as we can. We can adopt another policy. This is going to be a level 1 tenant here. Local happiness from castles could be quite useful. Gold cost from buying units, not all that bothered. Elite forces, wounded military infantry units inflict 25% more damage than normal. That's actually going to be quite useful at the moment, so we're actually going to go ahead and take that just to fend off against Shaka. But that's all I can do on this video, so I will continue on the next one. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you are still enjoying Civilization 5 as Babylon. I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.